Good evening. This is CTV News for Tuesday, August 29th. I'm Patricia Vallone.
And I'm Denise Douglas. Thank you so much for joining us. An audit of the school district's graduation rate in Prince George's County is getting underway. A Washington, D.C. based firm has been hired to undertake the work. This comes after allegations that grades were manipulated to show an increase in the number of students receiving diplomas. Governor Larry Hogan called for the investigation earlier this year. Here's what school CEO Kevin Maxwell had to say today.
So I've already said they'll find some people that didn't dot I's and cross T's, that didn't follow some of the rules, but they're not going to find a systemic effort to falsify graduation rates.
The final report on the audit is expected by October 31st.
Well, last Monday was supposed to be the first day of classes for Prince George's students, but Governor Hogan's new executive order now requires all schools to start after Labor Day. Prince George's had applied for a waiver to the mandate back in February, but was denied. Today, County Executive Rushern Baker and school CEO Kevin Maxwell held a press conference to discuss the impact.
The governor made a decision based on one jurisdiction, that's Ocean City in the state, and not based on whether in fact it's better for our children to have extended hours in school to learn, but based on a decision and mandated that people had to start, after Labor Day, simply because they wanted people to go to Ocean City. That's great if you can afford to do that. That's great if you have the educational tools to help your children during the summer. It's not great if you need the extra time in the classrooms, which many of our children do.
We have 20 apartment buildings here in Suitland, and I reach out to all of the apartments. The children here are suffering. Parents are suffering, waiting for school to open these next 2 weeks. It is true. These 2 weeks will make a great difference in a lot of people's lives. Thank you.
Well, Baker is calling for legislation during the next General Assembly session. He wants a law that allows local school systems to determine their own start dates for the academic year. Well, 2 local universities come together to speak out against hate. Tomorrow at 12:05 p.m., students at Bowie State University and the University of Maryland will hold a joint moment of reflection. It's in honor of Richard Collins, the Bowie State student killed on the College Park campus last May. Collins died just days before graduating. He was set to begin a career as an officer in the U.S. military. University of Maryland student Sean Urbanski has been charged with murder in the incident.
Meantime, Patty, today on the campus of Bowie State University, we spoke to students about Richard Collins and the Charlottesville tragedies. They were pessimistic as they share their thoughts on recent race and hate incidents.
It's 2017 and it's still happening, like stuff like it's the 1950s, and I think it should stop, to be honest. I just think it's tragic, it's just like someone like crashing into a crowd of people and just killing an innocent person is crazy.
I just came from HBCU, going to an HBCU, so, it makes me, I don't feel safe, honestly. Like, I fear for, all the darker skinned people in my family because I don't want them just leaving out and police bother them. Police bother me sometimes because of, my beard. They could just make an assumption that I'm something because of the way I look. I think it's wrong. People need to stop making general assumptions because crime doesn't have a color or a face. Last time I checked, thug doesn't mean you're black. That means you're a criminal.
Someone knocks on his door saying, hey, forget you, I don't like you because of the color of your skin, something you can't change, you're going to fight about it. I really wish there was more peace between us, and I wish our president and Congress and everybody would do more to help out other than just looking at it. And I wish police actually had people behind them where they got in trouble for just letting stuff slide, because I seen a video of somebody with a Confederate hat on shoot at a black person, and the police were next to him, and nothing happened. But if somebody black did something, and we even had a toy gun, we get shot and killed on spot. There's no paperwork, and they get away with it. I wish there was equal freedom and justice throughout everyone.
Bowie State's memorial reflection will be held at the Torch on campus.